Jiminy the Crickets. Good old Jiminy's. Hola, 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 everybody. How's everybody feeling on this beautiful, beautiful Saturdays? Or whatever happened days you may happen to land on here. They're just my ancestors, man. I'm just saying, I've been seeing a lot of Jiminy the Crickets, and they've been just popping out whenever they pop out. I guess it's my cosmic celebration. Cosmic wifey, I promise I will get back to your video. Literally, I just started it. I love you too. I really do. I shared your video in threads, and I can't wait to watch it. I'm super excited. I'm super anxious. So thank you, everybody, first of all. And Ralph Smart, I'm not taking it personal at all. I got on threads and said, don't take it so personal. I was like, I know that kid ain't talking to me. So, I mean, forgive me. Hopefully you were, that was just a continuation thread of a reply that you were talking to someone else. My intuitive skills are so, so sharp. I mean, just seeing one word and I'm like, all right. So I'm working on not just Robin Hood attacking right away, not snap back. Whew. Definitely give me that round of applause, a standing ovation. Yes, it looks good, doesn't it? Go go. Hello, go go. Hey, very proud. Whew. Yeah, I'm just loving lifeies. Just had some great downloads. Whew, baby J's. What's a world? What a world. Let's get right into it. First and foremost, how's everybody feeling? I would like to start off with an experiment. I would like everybody. Forgive me. I was crushing a whole bucket of cookies. You know, I'd be getting down and watching some WrestleMania, man. I'm in nostalgic, man. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm all in the '80s again. It's crazy. But let's do this experiment. I want everybody to close their eyes. Or the Jiminy the Crickets are giving us the good background setting soundtrack. And imagine a world that is just full of sunshine, birds chirping happily, very few clouds, and everybody that you encounter is smiling with no cell phones in their hands, Garfield eyeballs, wide. I mean, not that wide to scare you, but like just super excited to see you, genuinely happy to see you, and is willing to have a conversation with you. And everywhere you walk, and everywhere you look, people are engaging with one another and laughing joyfully, enjoying outside, actually occupying Mother Nature without being at a football stadium or a Renaissance festival. It's just literally every street's filled just by naturally being gravitated to Mother Nature and enjoying each other's company. Imagine no wars, no hatred, um, no cussing, no anger, just total calmness. There's no word for what I'm seeing in my mind, but it's like zenfulness is the closest word I can get to right now. but like everybody's in a state of total peacefulness. And the world's like, it's a certain hum or vibration. It's a certain silence that the peace brings. It's a little challenging to describe, but I see that future, and I believe that future is nearby. Confirmation, bitches. And we can stay in that frequency, and we can bring that to our realities even closer if we just dream it. The power of our imagination is stronger than we even give it credit for. Forgive me, I had some cookies earlier, and so I was trying to block my throat chakra. So forgive me if I sounded a little low. It's like 2:36 in the a.m., so I guess I'm being a little respectful. I'm being respectful for my neighbors. But it's some of my visions I'm seeing, there's no words for it. It's just softness, I guess. And it's a state of peace this world haven't seen in a long time. And everybody's just willing to help each other out. And it's not like the word help is even used in this reality. Everything's so natural. It's not like we're helping one another. It's like it's the right thing to do. And that's all I see as of now. Yeah, I had that vision in my room a little bit ago, and I wrote it down on my notepad. My body started twitching, so I was like, okay, I need to get some rest. I was thinking about doing this download like an hour ago, I think, and then my body was like, no, you got to get some rest. And then I looked at my phone, and it was 2:20. It was 2:20, September 20th. So that all equals eights. If you know, you know. Geometry. Or gematria, I meant. Geometry. 0 is 6, and 2 is 2, and 2 plus 6 is what? 8. Okay, if you know, you know. So I was... Then I looked at my phone. Something told me to look at my phone. My ear started ringing. And then I saw Brittany, the Cosmic Wifey's notification. I was like, something told me to look at my phone right when I was. So I was watching wrestling, and it said 9 minutes ago that she posted. And so I love our connections. Like, anytime one of my collective posts something, and I'm doing my damnedest to shut down all the cosmic, the voices and the feelings of the world, like Charles Xavier for real. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm watching wrestling. I'm shutting off. I'm putting up my capes. You know, I'm just hanging up the capes and putting up the mask. I'm like, yeah, shit, I'm Batman is chilling, Al Bundy style today, right? So I'm just chilling, and then the voices still want to talk. And I'm like, all right, I guess this is what it is. I guess this is what it is. So I'm learning how to balance that out. But I love my collective post a video because I instinctively know something is calling my attention, like Commissioner Gordon's on the rooftops of Gotham and putting up the spotlight. I know it. It's awesome. When you know, you know. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I put her video on, and almost had me crying too as well. I mean, I appreciate it. You were my A1 since day one, and I love the support you always give me. And I know I'm seen, right? Like, it's funny. I'll talk to you guys, all right? Just don't tell nobody else, okay? There's moments when I totally connect in with the world, right? And then I get super butterfly-ish in the stomach, and I get nervous because I feel everybody is attention's on me. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. And then I relish in it. I'm like, yo, this is wild. This is wild. And then it becomes a little overwhelming. And then I tune it out. I'm like, okay, all right, now we gotta stay balanced. It's like I don't want to get lost in that emotion. But it's been occurring more and more and more. And I know what that means. It's just like, okay, okay. I've been I've been attempting to be Clark Kent too long, so now it's time to take off the shades and be who I am authentically. Even more, everything is a graduation step up. So when I get the world's attention fully on me, I get excited, and I know that like this anointing is supernatural. It's real. It's King Arthurish. It's everything, and I keep on telling myself, yeah, I accept it. I accept it. I know it. I know it. But when I fully embrace it during those times, it's like, yo, it's a tall order to fill, but I signed up for this before I reincarnated in this planet. My eye likes to wander when I don't have my glasses on. I got that Biggie Small eye sometimes. Lazy eye. So I know it's a tall order, but I signed up for it before my cosmic erasing of my memories and coming down here to experience a human form, to actually embrace certain emotions and feelings that we don't have in the galactic side of town. I like how I said that. So I agreed to erase my memories, right? And to have every and to have every obstacle that has been presented in my life to be presented in my life, and movies and characters and toys and certain fascinations to be in my life, to be encoded in my life, to help me remember who I am. Right? And there's moments that I remember when I took my mushroom drink, and I saw the binary code, and I was tapped in like in the realms and shit, like I was Loki, and I was just sitting there in the chair controlling all the timelines, and I would just had all the cosmos around me, and I felt lonely as shit. I was like, man, like, and I broke down for a while. I was like, God, this is crazy. I'm so lonely up here, and I feel like I had a premonition of when I was in that state, or I am in that state now, because everything is corresponding at the same time, parallel universes, yada yada. What if you know, you know. So I feel like I was in that position, and I was like pleading the source. I was like, yo, I want something different. This is like boring. And so God was like, you want a mission you want to sign up for? I was like, yeah, bet. Anything besides this right now, because I was just so bored. It's just like you're just in the cosmos, and you're just, right? So God was like, all right, I got something for you. I got something for that ass. You bored? I already got you. So I felt like I was like the thinking man. Like, I don't want to go too far, but I feel like, yeah, all right. We'll talk about my origin, my cosmic origin story another time, right? So I feel like I was just sitting up there, and I was just like, yo, God, give me something different besides this position right now. I've been up here for a minute. And God was like, all right, I got something for that ass. All right, okay. All right. So he told me about this galactic mission and how like the evil forces are taking over the human consciousness, because this whole thing we call life is just an experiment, and then it got hijacked by the Arcturians, I believe, and some other forces and the reptilians, yada yada. I don't want to go too far, because right now I want to get the download out, because I do need some cosmic rest. I got some things to do today. And so like the experiment was hijacked, and instead of our souls ascending to back to the source and so forth, the matrix was created to like harbor our souls and so forth in lower vibrations and frequencies, so we can keep on getting reincarnated here, and not for like for the dark forces feeding source. It's like our souls are like sources of food for them, right? So since this system got hijacked which initially was an experiment for all of us to learn how to be in dense forms versus our cosmic gaseous forms. We, as the Galactic Federation of Light, from all over the cosmos, is a force of beings that monitor everything and make sure everything is operating properly, because everything's mathematic. Everything has to like be balanced and operate properly for everything to operate synthetically, or what am I looking for? Synchronistically, to operate properly, right? And so us as a force noticed the disturbance going down on Mother Gaia, or Mother Tiamat. So we created like a galactic secret force to come down to Mother Gaia to operate as like shadow workers, light workers, to be like Luke Skywalkers, to infiltrate the dark side, to diffuse and foil the plans of hijacking our children. So that's why AI is so dangerous, because AI, this has happened on many other planets, they have the powers that like hijacking other people's civilizations and so forth. I'm just saying what I'm seeing right now. And if you want more scientifically breakdowns, look up other channels. Rashad Jamal, he breaks this down really good. Come on, get back to it. Come on. Okay, so we signed up to come down here to make sure, like, as cosmic workers, to make sure we can stop the hijackers. Oh, that's why AI. Thank you, Spirit Team. That's why AI is so dangerous, because this has been used on different planets before, to use AI to capture our souls and for us to merge as cyborgs, so our souls will be trapped in that AI technology and we will just be robots, literally. So that's why this time period now, with all the planetary shifts, September 21st is another solar eclipse Sunday. That's another reprogramming of getting rid of old programs and so forth, so we can be more in tune with our cosmic side, our true selves. We're unlocking our true abilities. These scientists now that lie to us and saying we have junk DNA, come on now. Think about how intuitive and how intricately our bodies are designed. Do you think we have junk DNA? No, that's our cosmic DNA that's being awakened now, and scientists don't want you to know about that. So that's why AI is so dangerous now, because it's an entity that wants to merge with us humans and to trap our souls here. And it just stops us from ascending naturally. Yeah. So that's that on that download. So this is kind of a bounce around download, but this is a necessity. Okay. So I did the experiment. How we started off, we're 18 minutes, 48 seconds in. That's good. This episode of Daily Motivation, Think Differently. I'll say no filter, because no filters every episode, because we're just free flowing with it. Whatever we get, we say. We're not worried about anything. So thanks God for allowing us to move unapologetically. Okay, and another thing, collective. Forgive me. I've been noticing that a lot of us are starting to move more unapologetically. And what I mean by that is like we're operating truly in our... How can I say this right? I want to make sure I say this right. Okay. I'm noticing a lot more of us are getting more comfortable in our skins and just being our natural selves, right? So I want to ask people that are still getting used to that, or may not even know what that means. What I mean is I would like for all of us to experiment. to be, see, I'm laughing now because how I say it is going to sound luncheon, but like, this is how I wrote it down. Are you all getting more comfortable being naked, being your naked selves on camera or off camera? And what I mean by being your naked selves, I mean by just being your raw self. You have no filter. You're just being who you are and who you would naturally be without the public eye on you. Like, are you starting to operate like that daily? How free doesn't it feel? Doesn't it feel empowering just to move without an algorithm? Without someone putting you in a box and saying you have to operate like this? I don't, and I don't mean to operate. So, I don't mean to operate in a malicious way. I mean to operate accordingly to the planet with God's frequencies out of love, meaning not to hold back your thoughts and how you are and how you were made to be. Because when you dull who you're meant to be, you're offending God, basically. You know what I mean? Because God made you a certain way, right? And if you're scared or shy to operate like that because of your surroundings, and you may feel like you may be, I feel like I'm speaking pretty fast, and you may feel like you may be made fun of because of how you are, it may be uncomfortable. We've all been there, you know. We want to fit in with people. So I'm not going to act like it's going to be an easy transition, but it takes time. And the more you love yourself for who you are, the easier it will become for you to go out in public and just be yourself. I understand that, you know? So let's experiment with that daily and just get up and just, if you're a recorder, if you use your phone and, you know, social media, if you're whatever, if you like to record, attempt to just record a video without any filters or anything and just record it for your self purpose. Look back at it and see if you feel confident enough to put it out to the world. Or scrap that. Not necessarily, not entirely scrap it, but instead of asking yourself, do you think it's good enough to put out to the world? Put it out on the world. That's the best test. And I'll tell you why. Because when you don't second guess yourself and you just record authentically and you put it out there, even though your gut and your logical brain says, oh, I don't know if they'll like it, and I may have, you know, a little, you know, my like toothpaste or whatever, I may eye boogies. Put it out there and see who your true people that like you respond. The true people that like you for who you really are will like your video regardless. You stay understanding, get up. You may wake up on the wrong side of the bed. But we're not worrying about exterior. We're only concerned about the true divine connecting message that we are delivering. As long as that message is pure, it doesn't matter what we look like. Right? Shouldn't. I can be painted all yellow right now and tell you 2 + 2 = 4. With that, would my appearance change the answer to the 2 + 2 equation? Exactly. Like, oh yeah, let it sink in, right? It doesn't matter. I can be painted pink. I can tell you, hey, 2 + 2 = 4. Does my appearance, or should my appearance matter how I present the knowledge or the information? It shouldn't. because that's called prejudice that we've all been taught. That you must look a certain way in order to present this information, in order for it to be credible. Another, right? Yeah, we're on the Zoe Professor life now. This is Zoe Professor Smart Hulk chapter, out of love. It's just teaching. It doesn't matter about the presentation. All that matters is the purity of the information. Okay? As long as I'm not up here looking like a 12 monkeys and rubbing it out and telling you, hey, 2 plus 2 is 4. It shouldn't matter, but that's indecent, right? I shouldn't be out here like a 12 monkey hunchback and beating off something and smearing some Elmer's glue on your camera screens and asking you to pay attention to the equation. That's pretty foul, right? People eating their bowls of cereal like, ugh. We got a lot of cash throwing up right now. I didn't mean to do that to you. I know my frequency is powerful, but I paint some powerful images. No, I'm gonna stop. The guy on the left. No, he's not even on. He's still on the left shoulder, but he's kicking his kneecaps out. He's no longer in the cage. I threw away the cage. We both threw away. He had one end of the cage. I had the other end of the cage. And we walked to the Crystal Lake Swamp. We said hi to Jason Voorhees. He said it was good while he was chasing somebody through the woods. I don't even know what he was doing. I don't know what that cat was doing. I didn't even look too long. I said, "What's up, Jaycees?" And I just heard him go, and he kept on walking. Or was that Friday the 13th? Either or, one of these characters we waved at when we walked to Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake is Jason Voorhees. Okay, then. Is it Jason Voorhees? It is Jason Voorhees. Yeah, exactly. I'm bouncing between different realms right now. I got different characters that I'm surprised at these characters. I don't even want to go too far. But when you go to different planets and you see what they watch for entertainment, it's pretty entertaining. It's pretty shocking. It's like, hey, and then you look at ourselves and what we look at as entertainment, and then you laugh. It's like, okay, I got you. We're all a little strange. Maybe Jace. So we waved at one of the characters. We already know. Jason Voorhees. He was chasing something. He was looking for some breakfast. He was looking for breakfast. So we waved at him. We took one of the ends of the cage, and I had the other end of the cage, and we just tossed it in the lake, and we watched it slowly bubble down. We cried, and we reminisced about all the times I had him locked in there and all the times that I left the cage cracked ajar a little bit, and he grabbed my microphone cord, and he was speaking his truth, and we laughed at that. It was very funny and entertaining. We said some things. See, we, because we're one, we're merging. We is one. And we had some good conversations. There was some tear jerkers and some kneecap slappers. A lot of kneecap slappers. A lot of things we addressed and called out, and people self-sacrificed themselves. And it was justice,